Well, it's here. Are you experiencing a tremendous inner struggle right now? Are you asking yourself, is this the time to finally upgrade my drone? Or maybe a few of you are asking, is this the best time to get my very first drone? Because the perfect drone has finally come. In this video, I hope to help you decide on what to do as the DJI Mavic Air 2 is finally here. Now I understand this video may get lost in the shuffle of early release videos over the next couple of weeks, but the long-term goal of me making this video is to help many of you that are kind of sitting on the fence, trying to decide if you want to click on that place order button. I'm going to share my opinion on it. Now, whether you find my opinions valuable or not, I hope you at least get something out of them. Hey, welcome to 51 Drones, everyone, where you're going to find a variety of content related mostly to drones, but also other technology things, product reviews, tutorials, and stuff like that. So subscribe to the channel if you find value today and help yourself to a binge of my other content by clicking right up here. Now, for those of you that come on a regular basis, don't mind the background, it's just temporary. I'm making some minor changes to the studio and I had to cover up the mess that's back there. So I don't have the Mavic Air 2 in my hands right at this moment, but it will be here soon, and I'm so excited to check it out and confirm what seems to be the most advanced consumer drone that we have ever seen. Now, there is one important feature missing from this amazing drone, and it's not a deal breaker, but it is kind of significant. And I'll talk about that in just a little bit. Going back to the roots of this channel, I'll be doing a variety of tutorials showing how to operate and enjoy this amazing new drone. Now, before you make your decision, if you're anything like me, you are currently doing a ton of homework, reading some articles, reading the forums, watching a whole lot of videos that were just released. I bet if I looked at your YouTube viewing history right now, I would see at least 10 Mavic Air 2 videos. Am I right? Or who knows, maybe this is the first one. And if so, thank you. So, should you upgrade? Now, for those of you who are wondering if this should be your very first drone, hang on tight, I'll get to you in just a little bit. But if you have the Mavic Pro, the Mavic Pro Platinum, the Spark, any Phantom series other than the Phantom 4 Pro, or any other non-DJI drone besides the Skydio, the short answer is yes, absolutely. Upgrade. The Mavic Air 2 is not just a few steps above those drones, but it is leaps and bounds ahead of those older models. Now, if you have the Mavic 2 Pro or the Mavic 2 Zoom or the Phantom 4 Pro, then maybe hold off a bit until those successors arrive someday. Unless you're really itching to spend that $1,200 stimulus check on the most feature-packed consumer drone ever created, then by all means, certainly go ahead and use the link in this video description to order it. Now, when the Mavic Pro was released more than 3 years ago, I, like many others, thought it was the most amazing drone. It was ahead of its time and it opened up the world of UAVs for so many people. It was a game changer for DJI and the recreational drone industry as well, because it brought in a huge number of new drone enthusiasts. I was one of them. The Mavic Air 2, my prediction, will exceed the popularity and the sales numbers of the original Mavic Pro. It will be the best-selling drone of all time. And this is because of two reasons. Number one, that easier to swallow price point, and number two, everything that you get for that price. Seriously, for this price right here, that's the exact same price that I paid for my Mavic Air, my original Mavic Air, and you're getting twice the drone. That is the best value I have ever seen from a DJI drone. So let's take a look at what it brings us, at least what I think are the most important things. First, OcuSync 2.0. That fixes the biggest problem with the original Mavic Air, the connectivity. The Mavic Air 2 increases transmission range by 400% up to 10 kilometers. That's over 6 miles. That's insane. Now, how it's going to perform in urban environments, that remains to be seen as more people test it. But if it's anything like the Mavic 2 Pro, it will be exceptional. The other thing that is now resolved from the first version of the Mavic Air, the annoying volume and pitch. With a similar blade design and form factor as the Mavic 2 Pro, it's pretty much a teenage Mavic 2 Pro. It now sits among that team of less disturbing drones on the market. Next, and something that is way overdue, 4K at 60 frames per second. This will provide incredibly clean and crisp video and allow users to slow it down in post-production, giving anyone and pretty much everyone the ability to put out that high-valued cinematic footage with minimal effort. Also, that Sony IMX586 sensor provides 48 megapixel images. Now, I did a little bit of research on this. Just be aware that more pixels does not necessarily mean better images. 12 megapixel photos from this sensor are gonna be incredible, but I found an article that digs a little deeper into that IMX 586 sensor, and I'll link it in the description below if you wanna learn more about it. Next, a longer flight time with that 3500 milliamp hour battery, advertised at a 34-minute max, which you're never gonna see, but we finally get to see 30 minutes of flight out of a Mavic series drone, ultimately extending the amount of fun more than you've ever had with any of your previous drones. The controller is different than anything that we've seen before, and I'm not gonna comment too much on it before I've actually had it in my hands and had a chance to try it, but I'm always willing to try new things. I do think it's gonna be kind of a challenge, being used to having the phone on the bottom, but now it's mounted above the controller. There must be a reason they chose that design, so I'm eager to find out if it makes flying more enjoyable. Now, what is probably one of the most exciting features in my opinion? It's so minor, but it's way overdue. Finally, we have USB-C port. I can't tell you how happy that makes me. Concerning the intelligent flight modes, obviously the most exciting is Active Track 3.0. It is DJI's answer to the Skydio 2 and the ability to track a subject in extremely challenging situations. And if it can avoid power lines while doing this, then it's already got the Skydio beat. Now here's one of the biggest things missing from the Mavic Air 2, and that's lateral obstacle avoidance. Yes, Active Track 3.0 is going to be better than anything we've seen before on a DJI drone, but to compete with the Skydio 2, it really should have had that sideways, that lateral obstacle avoidance. Now, I understand that there probably had to be some sacrifices made to keep the size of this drone relatively small, but it would have been kind of nice to have that. The obstacle avoidance is one of the things that makes this the obvious choice for those of you wondering if this should be your first drone. Yes, for those of you who have been waiting for the perfect beginner's drone, the Mavic Air 2 looks like it will dominate that category. With incredible obstacle avoidance, crisp video and high quality photos, more than enough flight time, fast enough to satisfy the speed junkies, solid connectivity, USB-C, and tolerable, less annoying volume than the original, it is, in my opinion, the first drone to buy. A couple of bonus things that are really nice: hyperlapse in 8K, so that should look pretty amazing, and then slow motion at 240 frames per second in full HD. And one thing that I'm really pleased to see is that DJI is going to be including ND filters in the Fly More kit. And if anyone's trying to get cinematic footage with a drone, they know that ND filters are very important. So I'm really happy to see them putting them in the package. I think the ND filters themselves added to the Fly More kit make it worth getting. The specs and the features on this drone make it a long-term investment because you're gonna be happy with this for at least 2 years from now, and more than likely 3 years from now. Now, I know many of you are concerned about the development of a remote ID. And should you factor that into your decision making? Remote ID is coming, yes. We can confidently say though that it's not going to be in place for at least 2 years, and it most likely will be 5 years before it's fully active. So in my opinion, that should not even be a consideration when buying a new drone, at least for the next couple of years. Now I will keep you updated on that. A lot of you are here on the channel because of my videos on drone rules and regulations. So as usual, I'll keep an eye on that. Now, one final thing for those of you that stuck around to watch the entire video, thank you so much. I appreciate that more than anything. So you're going to be among the first to find out that when I hit 100,000 subscribers, which is kind of getting a little bit close, I'm actually going to be giving away my original Mavic Air. So keep an eye out for that. Make sure that you're subscribed. I hope I gave you some information of value today. I will now leave you to adding to your history list of watching Mavic Air 2 videos. Like I said, I'll be getting one and I'll be doing all kinds of tutorials and reviews and comparisons with it, and I'm really looking forward to it. If and when you decide to place that Mavic Air 2 order, if you haven't already, I kindly request that you consider using the link in the video description below to do so. Hit that thumbs up button on your way out. Thank you so much for watching today. Have a great day, and as always, fly safe and fly smart.